Tick-tock, tick-tock, Hashatan. April 8th is right around the corner. All praises to the Most High and our Holy Mother.
So much from this app over the last 2 years, and the biggest thing was to stop judging my fellow Americans like they are on some other fucking team. We are all just countrymen walking around together. We're all just people trying to get to the end of the day. We're all trying to make enough money so we can raise our kids, kiss them on the forehead, and hope that when we send them to school, they come home tomorrow. That's all we fucking want. And instead, has our Congress done anything to move forward on a Voting Rights Act? No. To make sure women can have health care? No. Maternity leave? No. The minimum wage has been stuck at the same fucking amount for 15 years. Have we moved forward on any of these things? No. But we can get 81% of the most corrupt motherfuckers to walk around directly from their country clubs to go to their government job with their government paycheck, with their fucking government car that I fucking paid for.
Shalom, everyone. If you're new to my station, I am the Hebrew Widow, the Hebrew Rose of Jericho, coming at you with some judgment news. To all of my sisters and my bro stars out there, allies and friends, I send you infinite love and light, and I receive yours. Abracadabra, thank you so much for joining in the live or visiting my station. Okay, and I'm going to be very, very anti-synagogue of Satan today. Anti-synagogue of Satan. Yeah, there's no laws against that. The Most High God of Israel is busting their asses out. They've been doing this kind of stuff to us the whole time, but see, they were sneaking while we were sleeping. But now people are awake. And Hashatan was so desperate that he is going to take away not only freedom of speech, but TikTok from people. I said the synagogue of Satan is behind this. I have receipts on it. I have receipts of who is behind this whole fiasco. Yeah. And it's Jonathan Greenblatt, who, of course, is high-ranking in the synagogue of Satan. Yeah, and it's so desperate. Hashatan is so desperate. See, it's not that they want to shut everybody up, but they want control over the narrative. They've been having control over the narrative in mainstream media. And here comes platforms where people can actually put their truth out there. It's free. You can even make money off of it. And with the images of everything that they're saying is true, with documents or images of a genocide, or stuff is being coughed up from years ago, exposing these people all the way back to where they came from, those Caucasus Mountains.
81% of our Congress agreeing on anything. Think about anything for the last 4 years.
So he's assuming that they've always been divided, and it's always a confusion when they want to vote on something. That is an illusion. That's an illusion, because they get together when it benefits the synagogue of Satan. The only time that they can't get it together is when the people benefit. That's the only time that they can't get it together. Now, we've seen the Most High expose them. He exposed them when there was a vote for a ceasefire. Y'all remember that? And it was only one congressman. It came up before Congress. A ceasefire. Who brought that to the attention of the White House? A ceasefire. Who brought that to the attention? It certainly wasn't any of the congressmen. Maybe it was that one, because only one voted for a ceasefire. And that's when the White House showed their hand. That's when they showed their hand, because they were looking at the same images that the whole world was looking at of this genocide that's going on in Gaza. Yet, they still voted against the ceasefire, except for one. Except for one. And that proved that they are all puppets. The majority of them are puppets. So that was obvious Whenever there's a vote like that where it's only one congressman voting for a ceasefire and everybody else is saying, continue with the genocide. Because that's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing happening over there in Gaza. So whenever it's a vote like that, an overwhelming majority, believe me, who's handling the strings? The synagogue of Satan, all in our White House. I got receipts.
Voting to ban the complaint box rather than listen to a single complaint on this fucking app.
He thinks that those people don't want to hear anybody nagging and complaining about what they're doing. That's not it at all. They have that mastered. We've seen that happen since we have been awoken, at least myself, and I've been really paying attention to what's going on because of these platforms where the truth is coming out. I've seen the UN listen to even Amnesty International's report and witness after witness. I've seen them listen to people. They do it at the White House. They even do it on a state level, as long as it benefits them. Or if it's something that is detrimental to us Hebrew Israelites. In the blackest city in the United States, Jackson, Mississippi. Remember when they voted that white court in Mississippi? And if you look it up on Google, it don't say white court in Mississippi. I forgot what they said. They changed it. But when they voted in the white court in Mississippi, we had all of these, Hebrew Israelites going and saying, you wrong for this. And they know that they're wrong. You can show them evidence that they're wrong. Hell, they'll just change the law and do what the hell that the synagogue is saying. Tell them to do or whatever they can get away with, long as we're at the bottom of the pyramid. Before I go any further, because I'm talking about the synagogue of Satan and I'm talking about Jonathan Greenblatt, I already know they got spies on me. Yeah, I know they already labeled and targeted me at my station. Before you touch this message and try to shut down this line of communication from an oracle of the Most High God of Israel, his daughter, you will reap a harvest of so much trouble. And your posterity. And your lines of communication with the White House and all the other governments will crash. Abracadabra. Can I get my STARSEED, United, and allies and friends to put Abracadabra 777 in the comment section or in this live chat? Okay, so I don't want to talk too long on that because I got to go to some other subjects, but we're going to take Jonathan Greenblatt to the courts of the Most High again today. Yeah, because he's behind the whole TikTok thing, trying to suppress the truth. Don't he know he's going against Thoth the Atlantean? Thoth the Atlantean has made truth, like I said, Thoth the Atlantean have made truth the number one sellable commodity in the world right now. The truth. See, the truth is so very powerful, and that coupled with empathy, that is destroying Hashatan's plans. Now, I have receipts. It's no trope and it's no slander that the synagogue of Satan controls our White House. Now, this is an old clip from about a year ago that I just couldn't get rid of because I knew that this was a very powerful receipt, and it has to do with social media and the synagogue of Satan and the White House.
Going on with Kanye West and all this garbage that we're seeing on Twitter now, that they're not, enforcing some of the guidelines that they had before. It's not looking good. Can we start with today's roundtable? Who will be there and what do they hope to accomplish? So, second gentleman, Doug Emhoff, he will have 13 Jewish groups, as well as some White House officials, including domestic policy advisor Susan Rice and former Georgia Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. And, the topic will be how can we combat anti-Semitism? And it's something they've discussed previously in private. I was told last week there was a meeting between White House officials and some Democratic members of Congress. And I'm not really sure if there will be anything tangible policy-wise coming out of it, but what it will do is it will, bring more awareness to what's going on here. These very high-profile attacks on social media,
Really just seems to be becoming more mainstream. Is there any pressure on this group, considering it's just a bunch of, government officials getting around the table, to actually have something more substantive coming out of it that not only targets anti-Semitism, but all of the hate speech, which is becoming more commonplace?
Yes, I mean, you're absolutely right. I spoke to a few of these Jewish groups that'll be there today, and what they're asking for, and they've said they've been asking for a long time, the difference is this week they're backed by 125 members of Congress from both chambers and both parties who are calling for a whole of government approach. And what that means is that, to combat this phenomenon here, they're asking DOJ, DHS, the State Department, FBI, all to sort of be really coordinated and data sharing best practices, and further cooperation and collaboration.
Now, this is hard evidence coming from this credible news station with the credible reporter, proving that the synagogue of Satan, who call themselves Jewish, they run our White House. They are the only people, because of their quote-unquote race, can go into the White House and demand not only spying on anyone that disagrees with them or don't like them. They have the right, just because they're Jewish, to march into our White House and demand spying and further collaboration, which means they've been collaborating the whole time. So Hashatan, he was losing that word, anti-Semitism, when Kyrie Irving posted Hebrews to Negroes. Let's look at that date. So we have Doug Emhoff in the White House on December 7th. Just 1 month before they went to the White House, Kyrie Irving made that posting of Hebrews to Negroes. And I told y'all the Hebrews to Negroes was like a second wave of awakening, not just for Hebrew Israelites, but for the world to identify us as the Hebrew Israelites, the people of the book. And so as soon as he posted that, the very next month, they're in the White House saying we want more further spying, more collaboration with anyone that says anything about us. Again, just a month before Doug Emhoff gained audience for our Congress, our White House, our representatives. Just a month before, Kanye West spilled the tea on the Jewish people and how they operate. Yeah, so we could see that these two Hebrew Israelites, nothing happened to them. You see, they ended up in a better position. They are free. So they spoke the truth. That truth went out on social media, and Hashatan lost the narrative. And so he knew that he had to gain control of the narrative, and he needed that word, anti-Semitism. They needed that word just like they needed the Balfour Declaration. And Kamala Harris's husband, he didn't stop at the White House. He took this speech that I'm about to show you to the European Union and also to the UN.
There's an epidemic of hate facing our country. We're seeing a rapid rise in anti-Semitic rhetoric and acts. Let me be clear, words matter.
They absolutely matter. Our words are so powerful, y'all. Can I get an abracadabra in the live chat and in the comment section?
People are no longer saying the quiet parts out loud. They are literally screaming them. Anti-Semitism, as we know, has been around for centuries. It's based on tropes, misinformation, and falsehoods that we are all too familiar with.
See, that's what they're trying to call the truth, misinformation. They're trying to call the truth misinformation. And they're labeling the truth as a trope.
And falsehoods that we are all too familiar with. And what I've learned over the years, Judaism isn't defined by how much you go to temple or how often you celebrate traditions. It's who we are as a people.
And presently, everybody now all over the earth, they know that they came from the Caucasus Mountains. They know they came from Europe too. And they know that they're not the people of the book.
It's our identity. It's my identity. And I'm in pain right now. We're all in pain right now. Anti-Semitism is dangerous.
Now he's sitting in front of lawmakers. He's sitting in front of the Congress in this roundtable meeting to combat anti-Semitism. And he's labeling anti-Semitism as being dangerous. He's assigning dangerous to that word that they tried to use to keep their, to stay on the top. To stay on the top, they needed that word. We destroyed the STARSEED United. All praises to the Most High. Yes, 777, baby. Abracadabra. We took that word to the courts of the Most High and we destroyed it.
We cannot normalize this. We all have an obligation to condemn these vile acts. We must all of us cannot stay silent. But let me tell you, I understand the weight of this responsibility. I do. And as second gentleman, let me reiterate, I will not remain silent.
He's one of them too. This is Kamala Harris's husband. He's of the synagogue of Satan. And he says, I will not be quiet, but at the same time, they're trying to use our government and our taxpayer dollars to shut anybody up that says anything about them.
And I'm proud to be Jewish. I'm proud to live openly as a Jew. And I'm not afraid. We cannot live in fear. We refuse to be afraid.
Let's look at the timeline. We have Doug Emhoff with this roundtable meeting with our Congress. Only 1 month before this emergency meeting with the 13 families, this happened. Kyrie Irving's posting of Hebrews to Negroes. And Kanye West had already started spilling the tea on the Hollywood elite, the music elite, the fashion industry elite. You know, all of that. He started spilling the tea that the same people, the people in Revelation 2:9 and 3:9, were controlling all of those industries. They were challenged with that word anti-Semitism. They were accused of that. And both of them replied saying, it's impossible for me to be anti-Semitic because I am Semitic. The people of the book. This all happened in the very beginning of our mission when Mother started telling us to take specific things. She would point out specific things. And she would tell me that these are our enemies and we needed to take them to the courts of the Most High. Yeah, and we destroyed that word anti-Semitism. They can't even use it anymore. Okay, we're going into a commercial break, and I just wanted to greet everyone Yeah, all of you who have just joined in this live or visit my station, I see your comments. And I really, really do appreciate that. Yeah, that gives me energy, love, and light. Yeah, all praises to the Most High for you. And I wanted to congratulate all of my Starseed United allies and friends that joined their energy with mine. Yeah, we've taken our formidable enemies to the courts of the Most High. The Most High has heard us, and the universe have reacted. Yeah, we went by direction of our Holy Mother, the Holy Spirit, and she guided us through. And I just wanted to give her some honor and adoration. Yes, thank you, Mother, for all of this wisdom in decoding these days of judgment.
See us talking to each other. They see us seeing the humanity in each other's eyes. I don't care if you got a red hat or a fucking septum piercing. I hear your complaints and I see the world you're standing in. I'm not reading your tweet out of context. I'm listening to your voice. I've learned so much from this app over the last 2 years, and the biggest thing was to stop judging my fellow Americans like they are on some other fucking team.
This dude here is revealing all kind of truth. So the synagogue of Satan made a grave error because now his mindset is not like it was before, where when he said, I don't care if you have on a red hat, I don't care if you have a body piercing, I don't care about none of that. You could be on either end of the spectrum. We are all in this together. So the divisions of the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, the right and the left, and all of this division that we all had at the bottom of this pyramid is now turning into unity. Because he says, I'm listening to you. I'm listening to your truth. And this was dangerous to the synagogue of Satan. And they are going out. They already know it. Yeah, but they trying to fight to the finish. But they're so weak now. Every time they go, every time that they make a move is backfiring on them.
And instead, has our Congress done anything to move forward on a Voting Rights Act? No. To make sure women can have health care? No. Maternity leave? No. The minimum wage has been stuck at the same fucking amount for 15 years. Have we moved forward on any of these things? No. But we can get 81% of the most corrupt motherfuckers to walk around directly from their country clubs to go to their government job with their government paycheck, with their fucking government car that I fucking paid for.
And so now this is what the synagogue of Satan is going to have to deal with. I told them, I warned them that the energy was going to morph on them and people were going to get very angry. Every time that they made a step against us, it was going to backfire on them. And so we have this one guy expressing his anger, but we have billions of people that feel the same way that he feels. Yeah, the synagogue of Satan can pass everything that benefits them, like in these wars. They funnel the money to Ukraine. These are the same people, the synagogue of Satan. They can funnel hundreds of billions of dollars without getting a receipt of what these people are spending the money on. With $100 billion, yeah, if they spent the money on the war, they would have won. They would have won. And then they funnel the money to the Israelis over there in Israel, who are the synagogue of Satan. They have been getting billions and billions and billions of dollars over the years. They pass all of that when it benefits them. But he mentioned the minimum wage has been the same for 15 years. And all of the other things that benefit humanity over here in the United States, they always have a ball of confusion. They can never get it together. It's the right against the left. It's the Democrats against the Republicans, you know? And so the game is over now.
That I fucking paid for. Job with their government paycheck, with their fucking government car that I fucking paid for.
Jonathan Greenblatt, one of our formidable enemies that Mother pointed out and brought attention to and told us to take his ass to the courts of the Most High. Now he's behind this whole TikTok fiasco.
This organization. That is where this comes from. This demand is not about China as much as they're telling you it is. It's not about China. This demand did not come from Congress. This demand came from the Israeli lobby and the ADL. And that is why they rushed that bill through. I doubt they even read the freaking bill. I shared this. We have a major TikTok problem. Leaked audio of the ADL chief executive Jonathan Greenblatt freaking out because global youth aren't buying Israel's propaganda anymore. Listen to this.
But I also want to point out that we have a major generational problem. All the polling I've seen, ADL's polling, ICC's polling, independent polling, suggests this is not a left-right gap, folks. The issue in the United States of support for Israel is not left and right. It is young and old. And the numbers of young people who think that Hamas's, massacre was justified is shockingly and terrifyingly high. And so we really have a TikTok problem. We really have a TikTok problem.
You hear that? This is leaked audio. We really have a TikTok problem. Notice he said it's not left and right, folks, right? Notice he said that? AIPAC, for example, they lobby Democrats and Republicans.
Busted. And so my guess is that he was speaking to the United States government or some White House representatives, because he's saying it's not about, the two different sides, the Democrats and the Republican. This is about young and old. After which they had a vote in Congress where they had an overwhelming majority of their puppets voting for this TikTok fiasco. You see how it's been done? All of this has been done behind our back, and the Most High is shining the light in dark places. And so this is another receipt that these people tell the White House what to do. And the White House has fully cooperated with them. They give them everything that they want because they're in their pockets and they have strings on them. So if people want to believe that these people, that the Most High doubles down in the book of Revelation, which we are living in right now, if they want to believe that these white Jews are the people of the book, well, hell, let them reap what they sow too. All of these white nationalists and these white pastors telling everybody, those that bless Israel shall be blessed, and those that curse Israel shall be cursed. Send your money to the synagogue of Satan and place all your loyalty to them. No matter what they do, no matter how evil it looks, you gotta have the synagogue of Satan's back. And made people believe that by them blessing them and having loyalty to them, that somehow they would be blessed. Well, all of these preachers like John Hagee, they will be facing judgment too. Yeah, because they steered the world directly into the pockets of the synagogue of Satan. So they're going to answer too. As we enter the courts of the Most High, that most magical holy place that's been a top secret from the world, that we have been invited to by our Holy Father and our Holy Mother, so that our cases would be heard. We want to thank the Father for bowing the heavens to hear us on all of those occasions, and ordering the universe to react to it, to destroy that virus against Hebrew Israelites, and to destroy the synagogue of Satan's power and control in this dimension. Thank you, Father, and we adore you, Mother, and we thank you for all of the wisdom that you have given us on our magical mission. to do our magic, to use our truth, our words, and our purified energy that you told us that the Father would hear. And he has, and we have receipts on many occasions. We thank you, Mother, for that wisdom. Father, the Synagogue of Satan again, Jonathan Greenblatt of the ADL and the APAC have controlled our government. They have went against the people, and they have been controlled by the puppet strings of the puppet master, their god Hashatan. And they are the ultimate crafty counsel against your children. And Father, I would like to use the words of our forefather Asaph, who wrote Psalms 83, because I couldn't say it better myself. These are our wishes, Father. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Sabel and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have holpen the children of Lot, Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeb, yea, all their princes, as Zebah and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. O my God, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire, so persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid of thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish. That men may know that thou, whose name alone is Jehovah, art the Most High over all of the earth. May the words of our mouths and the meditation of our hearts be acceptable unto you, O Father, our strength and our Redeemer. Abracadabra. As we leave this most holy place, Father, we thank you once again for bowing the heavens and hearing your children. As we bring our cases before you, we ask that you grant our wishes. Thank you, Mother, for your guidance in our mission, our very successful mission, because of you, Mother, and all of your wisdom in decoding these days of judgment and showing us how to fight. Thank you, Mother. We adore you above all because our Father does. And we pledge our allegiance to our big brother Messiah, the King and the God of this earth. STARSEED United, you know what to do. Give your father praise and glory. Give your mother adoration. And pledge your allegiance to your big brother, the Messiah. That is the download that I have received from on high. Tick tock, honey. April 8th is right around the corner. And there will be a new status quo coming in. The tribe of Judah with our Messiah. All praises to the Most High. It's nothing that's going to stop this. The Most High manifested signs all over this world. All in our firmaments. That our change is coming, y'all. Yeah. So we did our due diligence. We went again to the courts of the Most High, took our formidable enemies, and made our request known. And may the Most High activate Psalms 83 on them. Abracadabra. Can I get some abracadabra? STARSEED United 777. We are victorious. We are more than conquerors. All praises to the Most High. If you're new to my station and you resonate with this message, feel free to join in the fight. It's not for everybody. Everybody can't resonate with this truth. Yeah, but if you do resonate with this truth, whether you be one of my sisters, bro stars, allies, or friends, come on in. Yeah, I welcome you. Okay, you guys, I thank you all for joining in on this live. And those of you who has visited my station, thank you so much for visiting. Yeah, may the Most High bless you. Oh, our change is coming, y'all. All praises to the Most High. Don't forget to hit the like. That is for me. They have already shadow banned my station. And when I see the likes, I know that you get it. I know that you're resonating with this message, and that's very encouraging to me. Thank you all so very much. Okay, you guys, until the next judgment news, I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share all of this good news. Doesn't it feel good to fight back? STARSEED United forever. STARSEED for life. Yes, hallelujah. Thank you so much for your kind support of this station. Yes, all your gifts of love, may the Most High bless you 100-fold for whatever your heart's desire. Abracadabra. Okay, until the next judgment news, your big sister, the Hebrew widow, the Hebrew rose, Jericho out. Shalom. The Messiah and Judah will rule. It has been confirmed. Abracadabra.